Well, good morning, guys. It's a better day today after getting that ticket yesterday I thought I didn't deserve. Why? Because I've had people tell me their horror stories and it made me feel a lot better. Uh, Remember, I was passing a gravel truck with no mud flaps and got a ticket for exceeding the speed limit while passing. That is illegal. Don't do it. So, my buddy George, if you knew George, you would know George does not lie or exaggerate. He and I clash miserably politically. But George is a great listener and he analyzes everything, and I just admire the hell out of the guy. He's a great guy. He told me that years ago, he got a parking ticket in New York City for $250 that he didn't deserve. I said, "Dang, George, you must have been in a handicap zone next to a fire plug." He said, "No." He was actually at the Museum of Natural History in Manhattan, where Ben Stiller did that movie, Night at the Museum. He come out and there's a parking ticket. Well, he was in a legal parking space, so he took pictures of his car, took them to court, no problem. Bam, $250. He got screwed. Now, to this day, George is upset about that. And if you knew the guy, that's totally out of character. He shrugs things off and goes on about his business. This still bothers him, so he got screwed. He just wrote me a while ago and said, the thing is, ask yourself this when you're going to pass. Would I pass if that were a squad car? See, that's the difference in me and George. I say, would the squad car pass the gravel truck? That's the difference in us. But I'm going to be a lot more careful from now on. My brother Larry reminded me of a story. He and my other brother Johnny, years ago, they were just kids. I say kids, 17, 18 years old. Gun Barrel City, Texas, on Cedar Creek Lake. You cross a bridge, you drive through Gun Barrel, it's a small town, and then cross another bridge. You do not speed through Gun Barrel City. You go 1 mile an hour over, they'll get you. Everyone knows that. Well, this is during the daytime, a couple of guys have been hassling them back down the highway. And when they got to Gun Barrel City, Larry was driving, he was in front, and he just slowed down. The only person behind him was this guy, but he drove slowly through the town. Well, they get pulled over for driving too slow, impeding traffic. It's a real smart-ass guy, the cop. Pulls him out of the car and tells him he's going to take him to jail. No, he ain't going to jail. Well, the cop grabs Johnny, my youngest brother. He's a wiry little dude. He's not a big guy and he's not all muscle bound, but he is so strong as an ox. He grabbed Johnny and twisted his arm behind his back, and Johnny just straightened it back out. He grabbed Larry and put Larry in a chokehold, and he took him to jail. I remember my dad bailed him out for driving too slow. Shortly after that, the cop was fired because he'd been abusing his job, and it made a whole lot of people upset, and the city fired him. Anyway, so there's no question about that. Both of these definitely did not deserve what they got. I, on the other hand, due to ignorance, broke the law. So I'm going to mail that $175 and call it good. I sure appreciate y'all sharing your stories with me. It helps. Simple.